Good. Oh. Oh shit. Hold on. Oh. I do this every goddamn time. I do this. There we go. Hello, everyone. How are we all today? I hope you're all doing well. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Hope everyone's having a good weekend so far. Today, we are going to hopefully be finishing this up, which is the sixth and final case of Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishment. I did do a stream a couple of days ago, and we did actually do quite good. So so this is the sixth one now. We've had 5 out of the 5 cases we've done. We've actually got 4 of them correct. I did say I was going to have a look in the previous streams that I've done to see which one I actually got wrong. I genuinely can't remember. I know it's either going to be let me just tab into game. I know it's either going to be number 2 or number 3, which was this one or this one. Thinking about it, I'm pretty sure it's the riddles and the rails, and I think it was because there was something like dead obvious that I just completely overlooked, and then I ended up just completely going against it. But yeah, we're doing quite well on this actually. Really enjoying it. So yeah, what we're gonna do today, we're gonna finish it up. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. I do have plans. Dead obvious. Hello, Keeps. Yeah, it was. If I can remember correctly, it was like so. The way the case was, it was a train station in the kind of middle of nowhere, and I think there was a murder, and there was also a robbery or something like that. I genuinely can't remember. Like I played it last year. The first 3 cases I've done last year, and then I've done the last 3 cases over the last couple of days. But if I can remember correctly, it was like a murder, and then there was like a gang involved, and I think I chose the gang where it wouldn't have been possible for them to do it because of like the route they would have had to escape in or something like that. It was very weird. But yeah, yeah, it was a it's been a good game actually. In terms of in the stream, so I should really say this as well. After this stream, I genuinely don't know how my stream schedule is going to go. So I said on the last stream that I will be doing I'll be probably putting a schedule out on Discord. I haven't got around to doing that yet because I don't know. I do know what I'm going to be working this week, and I think I'll be having a stream on either or whatever. Monday and Thursday, as it stands. So generally on Tuesdays I have a Baldur's Gate 3 session with our good man Keeps here. Wednesday I have a night in with my dad where we sit down and just watch old shit. Fridays I end up having a games night with my pal Ellie. So usually Mondays and Thursdays I am genuinely free. So I think they're the days, and I've got early shifts this week as well. So I'm going to be doing 2 streams, hopefully on Monday, Thursday. The game I'm going to be doing, I believe, is going to be Alan Wake, and it won't be the remastered version. It will just be the normal version of it. I've never played it before, don't know how it goes. I did play the game Control, which is linked somehow. I don't know how it's linked, but when I played Control last year, Alan Wake did make an appearance. And I think it's the company who make those games, I think it's Remedy. All their games kind of like interlinked somehow, like it's all in the same universe or whatnot. So yeah, I'm interested in playing that. It's one of those games where I should have played ages and ages ago. I didn't for whatever reason. But yeah, it's I'm looking forward to it. I did have a quick go on U-Boat as well yesterday, which was checking out the changes or whatever. Couldn't really see any difference, to be quite honest. So I think I can just go ahead with that and just continue as I was before. I will be doing a new playthrough. I don't know if the playthrough is going to be a 1939 playthrough or 1944, 1945 playthrough. I don't know. I imagine 1939, as I like to start from there and then work my way into the war. But who knows? Who knows? So today, yeah, at the end of the session, that's why I've got to try and hurry this up anyway. I can't ramble on for too long. I've got a BG session with Good Man Keeps, and then I've got F1 after it as well. So, yeah, there's a lot to do today, so I'm just going to get cracking. Hopefully, it's a good stream. And we've got the Half Moon Walk case. So, yeah, this is the final one. Hopefully, we get it right. The last two cases have actually worked out quite well for us. So yeah, let's see.
Where are you going, Holmes? Have you been invited somewhere?
We have been invited, Watson.
We have. Where to?
To the Baker Street Irregulars' annual dinner. They sent us an invitation. It is on the table.
A dinner? How could those street urchins afford anything like that? I can't understand your interest in them, Holmes. They're dirty. They wouldn't hesitate to steal your wallet.
Watson, you should be excited. It is a secret dinner. Its location changes every year. Read the menu. Sounds mouth-watering.
All right. We, the secret police of Baker Street, invite you, Sherlock Holmes, and Dr. Watson to our annual dinner. Menu, entree, frozen rat head salad. Is this a joke?
Not at all. Pray continue.
Main course, sow's udder in Danny Nutcracker's way. Ah, sounds disgusting, Holmes. Hedgehog goulash. Street turnips in homemade juice. And it goes on.
Ah, I can hear them on the stairs now.
Well, we can't go there. We can't eat that.
Watson, you'll hurt the feelings of those poor children. We have to go.
Oh, Mr. Holmes.
It is fine, Mrs. Hudson.
Mr. Holmes!
Wiggins, Dr. Watson is getting ready. He will be delighted to join us. You don't look well, my young man. Is there something wrong? Don't tell me the dinner is cancelled.
Mr. Holmes is my brother Leighton. He's in a prison cell. They say he's killed 2 men. You have to help us, Mr. Holmes, because I know he didn't do it.
Where is he now?
From what I've heard, they took him to the yard, and they gave him a good beating already. You know what they're like. They'll hang him. They won't look any further.
Holmes, we have to help him.
Well, and forget about the dinner. Wiggins, I'll take the case.
You're fantastic, Mr. Holmes. I'll be waiting for you at the crime scene. You'll be there, right? It's on Half Moon Street in Whitechapel.
Very well.
Okay. Kind of looking forward to dinner, but there we are. So we go to Half Moon Street first, I assume. Investigate the crime scene and talk to witnesses. Okay.
Locked.
Locked. Okay. Oh. Oh, okay. I went the wrong way. Ooh, right then. So. Wait, where am I going? Is it down here? Okay.
Please, gentlemen, leave the scene now. Oh, Mr. Holmes, is that you?
Good evening, Constable...
Constable Marrow. I was here with Inspector Aberline during the Ripper case, Mr. Holmes, back in '88. But then this is nothing like that case. With this one, we've got the murderer, the weapon, and the statements, which speak for themselves.
Of course, Mara. But you know that appearances can sometimes be deceiving.
So, who are the victims?
Who were the victims?
The two men here, both shot. The stab fellow was Brian Vercotti, a well-known ruffian. The other, Kenneth Butler, a jeweller by trade.
Okay, and who were the witnesses?
You spoke of statements. You have witnesses?
Well, I was there, so I gave my own statement. And then there were two other witnesses who said they saw the killer Chapman. Mr. Turner, a gentleman who lives in that flat over there. And Polly Powell, a flower seller, who was over at the far side of the street.
Testimony?
So, Constable Marrow, I should be delighted to hear your testimony.
I was standing at the north side of Half Moon Street. That was the side that you came from.
But you would have been unable to observe this part of the street, where we are standing now.
That is correct. But I saw the two victims slowly enter Half Moon Street, and then shortly after, the fireworks started. A few minutes after that, the fellow Chapman rushed towards me and ran into Half Moon Street.
Please continue.
I didn't pay attention, but suddenly I heard a woman's cries and police whistles on the other side of Half Moon Street. I rushed over there and I saw the two dead bodies on the ground. When I reached Whitechapel Street, I saw Leighton Chapman. He'd been caught by two police constables.
Fireworks.
What were the fireworks in honor of, Constable?
Well, today's Queen Victoria's birthday, Mr. Holmes.
Yes, I appear to have lost track of the days. It is May now, of course.
And the shots?
Did you hear the shots?
I didn't hear any shots. The fireworks were all over the sky. They were so loud I couldn't hear anything else.
Details in Half Moon.
Constable Marrow, what else caught your attention while you were running through Half Moon Street?
I saw nothing but rats, and I took the time to light every corner with my lamp.
Yeah, Mr. Turner's window.
Did you happen to look up at Mr. Turner's window when you were on Half Moon Street at that time?
Yes, I saw that the window was open, but no one was there. It was dark in the room.
Constable, your statements have been of great value to me.
Okay. So let's examine the body of Kenneth Butler. Alright, so you got a headshot to the wound.
The bullet struck his head. This man didn't stand a chance.
Okay, so we've got... That's suspicious. Nothing in his hands. Stuck object, piece of wood.
A piece of wood that has stuck between the cobblestones. Let us take a closer look.
Okay. So it... Would this be a...
This shard of wood is quite new.
This wasn't a... That wasn't the object that struck him, was it? Left pocket. So we've got the key.
This is an ordinary key. I wonder what kind of door it opens.
Right, okay. So he's got nothing else on his person. What about the other body of Brian Vercotti? So in his hand, has he got anything? He's got a tattoo on his hand.
A tattoo from Westgate Prison. Vercotti must have done some time there.
Okay. He's got his other hand here.
He tried to stop the bleeding with his hand. Death was not instant.
Okay. Wound.
The bullet penetrated his stomach. A dreadful wound.
Right, okay. And the head. Let's examine the head. So
Brian Vercotti suffered greatly. What a terrible way to die.
yeah. There's not a chance that it would go through the window, through his head, into the guy's stomach, with like the angle of trajectory. Could be possible. Right, let's have a look if there's anything else. No, let's have a talk with your man over here.
Good evening, Mr. Turner.
I heard Constable Marrow reply to you as Mr. Holmes. Are you that detective gentleman? I've heard of you. And well, I know things about this evening.
Excellent. Might we hear your story?
Right, let's have a quick deduction. Right, so let's... He's got nothing. Look on his face. It's got a metal class, balaclava, Crimean War. War is a war vet. Okay. Missing buttons, poor life, and then he's got a required support, weak leg. Okay, so it's limping. Testimony.
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
I was already in bed when the fireworks started. A few moments after, I clearly heard 2 gunshots from outside.
Please continue.
I quickly got up and I grabbed a lamp from my nightstand and I rushed towards the window. I looked down and I saw 2 bodies. And there was a man with a gun who was standing nearby.
Where exactly?
Well, near this body.
Did he notice you?
I don't think so. He rushed towards Whitechapel Street without looking around.
Okay, was there 2 distinct shots?
Were the 2 shots you heard consecutive?
Yes, there was a very short pause between them, and they sounded different somehow. It seemed to me that the second shot was louder than the first.
That is an interesting comment.
Was there anyone else?
Mr. Turner, did you see anyone else in the street?
No, I saw no one but that man, the murderer, the fellow they caught.
Okay, after the escape...
Mr. Turner, what were your actions after you stepped up to the window?
I was afraid that the man with a gun might return, so I stayed close to the window till I saw the policeman coming in the Half Moon from Whitechapel. Then I walked out to tell them everything I saw.
You have helped us a great deal, Mr. Turner.
Right, okay. What about you, Wiggins?
Mr. Holmes, did you see my brother at Scotland Yard?
No, we haven't yet,
Is
boy.
he all right?
Give it time. Give it time. Right, let's talk to the lady here.
Mrs. Powell?
What do you want?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the crime that took place this evening.
Well, I've already gave my testimony, but very well.
Okay. What's your testimony?
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
Yes. I was selling my flowers as usual, and then the fireworks began, in honour of Queen Victoria. I enjoyed those. But then, all of a sudden, a young lad ran out of Half Moon Street and stopped just by me. He had a gun in his hand. He was like a ghost, and all covered in blood. It was dark, but I could see him, because of the flashes from the fireworks.
And then?
I screamed as loud as I could. I knew that a policeman should be on duty in the vicinity. He had no time to escape. 2 constables got him. Then another constable came out from the very same street, and I heard him talking of a horrible murder.
The shots.
Mrs. Powell, did you hear the gunshots?
I'm not sure. You know, what with the fireworks?
Did you see anyone else leaving Half Moon Street prior to or at the time of the crime?
No, sir, I did not. Even with all the fireworks, I was very attentive, as I'm always on the lookout for customers.
My thanks to you, Mrs. Powell.
Okay. So we've done the crime scene now, so maybe we should go and talk to the lad at Scotland Yard. I think that's probably the best thing to go and do now. Come on, there we go. Scotland Yard. So,
Mr. Holmes, whatever brings you here so late at night?
I'm interested in the case of young Leighton Chapman. He was arrested earlier this evening and accused of a double murder.
I beg your pardon? That case is quite clear to the police. Or are there any new facts that we don't know about?
Who knows, Inspector?
Look, you are free to investigate, of course, Mr. Holmes. Chapman was arrested with a revolver in his possession, which you can find in the evidence room. The suspect himself is in custody.
Did you find anything else on his person?
A few personal belongings. Nothing particular, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, Lestrade.
okay. So, at the moment, there's like 3 suspects. You've got Leighton Chapman, you've got the police officer, and then you've got the old war veteran. Not the staff room, idiot. There we go. Okay, let's have a look. So we've got a revolver.
So this is the gun that Leighton was holding when he was caught by the police. It is a Webley revolver, a reliable weapon.
Okay. So let's...
It seems as though the shells were not removed from the cylinder.
Okay, so how about we have a look inside? We've got 2 shots that are fired.
2 out of the 6 shells have been fired. There were 2 shots.
Okay. So we've looked at that.
These
The rolled up
cigarettes are
cigars,
filled with
cigars,
cheap tobacco.
cigarettes.
Nothing interesting.
Okay. The apple,
A
nothing
cheap
interesting.
watch, bought with his own money, no doubt.
Okay. So the revolver's obviously the thing that's incriminating him there. Let's... Not going into Lestrade. Let's talk to Leighton
Please
Chapman.
escort this suspect for interrogation. Good evening, Mr. Chapman.
Who are you? I've got nothing to say. It's all a mistake.
Calm down, Leighton. I have come here to help you. To find out if you truly are innocent, as your younger brother Wiggins has told me.
My brother? You know him? Then that means you're...
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, blimey. All right, Mr. Holmes. I'll tell you everything.
Okay, let's have a quick deduction on him now. So he's got a scar on his face and a black eye. Recent beating, resisted arrest, hot-headed. He's got a scar on his face. Grew up on the streets. We've got nothing else going on here. We've got a fancy scarf, downtown fashion, cushy job, office clerk. And then on his hands, we've got a tattoo as well of Westgate Prison. Which he got the same tattoo as one of the victims. So tell me your story.
Good. Tell me your account of what happened.
I left my work and I hurried up to see the fireworks in Whitechapel. I was late, so I decided to cut through Half Moon Street. I saw the first fireworks light up in the sky. I bumped into a constable on a corner before entering Half Moon. Then suddenly, what with all the firework flare, I saw 2 men. They were both lying flat in the middle of the street. I stopped where I was. I thought about turning back to the police, but as I was thinking of that, I saw a third person. He was leaning over the body that was furthest from me. The second I saw him, he raised his head and he stared at me. In a flash, I saw his gun, but he made a dash for it instead and he escaped through Whitechapel Street.
Okay.
So you might still have had time to return to the constable.
I panicked. I didn't know what to do. Anyway, I approached the bodies just to see if they were still alive. I saw that one had blood pumping out of his stomach. He was dying. It was horrible. Second one was already dead. He had a hole in his head. He was holding a gun in his hand, though. I took it, and then I followed the third man.
So it's not your gun?
Interesting. Pray, continue.
I turned a corner, and I saw the man standing in the middle of the street. He seemed to be in some sort of panic. And then, Mr. Holmes, something strange happened. I told the police and they laughed at what I said, but I swear to you, my words are true. I started running towards him. But then I was blinded by a flash. It was so bright that I hardly saw anything for a good dozen seconds. But I kept running forward. As I arrived in Whitechapel, I heard a woman screaming. And then I was caught by the police. But there wasn't a trace of that man. Of course, then they found a gun and all that blood. I couldn't see the murderer escaping and all that mess. Perhaps I was still half-blinded at that moment.
A thrilling account, my young man. Leighton, are you able to describe the person whom you saw standing in Half Moon Street?
Well, I wasn't able to see his face at all. It was too dark, and he was too far away. I could see his silhouette.
And what about that?
Nothing so special. He was wearing a jacket. He was quite average in size and his weight.
I see. Was there anything else that struck you at the time?
No. But perhaps it's strange, but I can't remember the sound of his footsteps as he was running away. Perhaps it was because of the fireworks or the surprise of me seeing him.
Why follow him?
Leighton, I confess I am puzzled. Why should a young lad like you take a gun from the hands of a dead man and set off in pursuit of a probable killer?
I know. I keep wondering that, but at the time it was like a reflex. A criminal ought to be arrested, and he was armed.
You were willing to risk your life. That was a little foolish, unless you wanted revenge.
No, Mr. Holmes. I was just being brave and stupid.
Westgate prisoners.
I'm sure that you were, but I believe that you may have recognized one of the victims, Brian Vercotti. You knew that gentleman well, did you not?
However could you know that?
You have a typical tattoo of the Westgate Brotherhood upon your hand. I observed exactly the same mark upon Mr. Vercotti. You came to know him from your sharing a past prison sentence. Am I correct, Mr. Chapman?
God. You're right, Mr. Holmes.
So it's a good thing we went to the crime scene first.
Would you tell me a little about Brian Vercotti?
We were convicted for a robbery. Once in prison, both of us joined one of these fraternities. During that year, we tried to help each other out, you know?
You were quite young then, I believe.
Yes, Mr. Holmes, we were. We'd only stolen a pound of meat. After we were released, and when I saw what my little brother had become, I decided to work towards living an honest life.
And Vercotti?
He had a hard time. His sister had died in a Whitechapel dispensary while he was in prison. He had no family anymore. Our paths split. He fell back into crime.
So you lost him?
Yes. And for around 2 years, I heard no news of him at all.
We shall see you soon, young man.
Okay. So, solve the crime. We know this. I think we should go back to Half Moon Street and see if there's anything else we can kind of look at. Right then. Right, down we go. Ooh.
What's up with you, lad? What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for my brother to be released.
Your brother?
The one that you caught, beat up and imprisoned.
Ah, the murderer.
He ain't killed no one, copper.
Watch your mouth, lad, else you'll be joining that worthless brother of yours.
Oh. Oh, leave him alone.
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
Hello, Hooded. How you doing, mate?
I'm so glad that the murderer's been caught.
Right, there's got to be something, but let's have a look at our deductions at the moment. Okay, so we've got a fair few clues. There's different shots and 2 victims. Leighton's revolver. So we know that it said from different shots, so that means firing position. Turner could hear the contrast between 2 fired shots, as they were made from different points of Half Moon Street. Then simultaneous shots. Turner could hear the contrast between two shots fired, as in fact 3 shots were made. At first, a single shot was fired, and then 2 guns fired simultaneously directly afterwards. Okay. Reenact crossfire at Half Moon Street. You just chilling? That's good, mate. That's good. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good weekend so far. Right, so they've got old acquaintances. Lootless. Dark window. Right, let's not look at this at the moment. Let's try and get a little bit more information from the right. So you got the gunman. So if he's been shot in the head, examine the wall.
I am unable to see any higher. I need to find something to lift my lamp.
Okay. Maybe there's something over here.
Such a young man, and already a murderer.
Yeah, I can't see shit. See what Watson's got to say. He's probably got nothing to say.
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
Okay. So let's go to this, but maybe and we're not going to be able to look at the wall now, are we?
I am unable to see any higher. I need to find something to lift my lamp.
Ah, here we go. Alright, take the pole.
This should be useful.
Okay. Anything? Oh, there we go.
This is most definitely a bullet hole. The brick cracks are fresh.
Okay.
Watson, there was a 3rd shot fired in this street.
So we can confirm that. So this person took the 3rd shot. So maybe there wouldn't be anything up there. So what that tells me is Kenneth Butcher took the first shot. And then they both shot afterwards. So let's have a look at our deductions now. The third shot, so that wouldn't be the case. Common statement. Leighton Chapman is the only person who was seen entering. Okay, so crossfire. Kenneth Butler, and Brian Fricotti both died of crossfire, with each of them holding a gun. One of the guns is now missing. Okay. Third shot, lootless. So Leighton Chapman had nothing of any value in his possession when he was caught by the police directly after the crime. Brian Fricotti and Kenneth Butler were both found shot in the dark and narrow Half Moon Street, which is located between there. Okay, Leighton's statement stated that he saw a person leaning over the body. Just as he entered the scene, Leighton took a gun from the body and set it off in pursuit of the man, but he was blinded by the flash of bright light. Okay. So not that. Okay, so disappearing man. Leighton Chapman's statement regarding the jacketed man who disappeared in Half Moon Street now seems reasonable, as the 3 shots at the crime scene proved the presence of a second gun, as a second gun is now missing. Okay, so reenact Marrow's pursuit with the lamp, simultaneous shots, crossfire, this. Okay. So he fired at 2 people, was it? He fired at 2 people? Which way am I going? I was gonna say, what's that scraping on the floor, but mirror.
This mirror is turned towards Half Moon Street.
That's interesting. So, is there anything down here? Oh, nope. Half Moon Street. I don't imagine there's anything down here unless we can talk to some of these people. No, there is not. So, I wish I was aware that you could hold your lamp up. So what is it we actually gotta do? Talk to Constable Marrow and find out if it would be possible. Okay, so let's talk to your boy here.
Constable Marrow, I would value your assistance in this investigation.
It would be my pleasure, Mr. Holmes.
I would like to make sure that there are no places in Half Moon Street where a man could hide while you were running through it with your lamp.
All right, Mr. Holmes, what should I do?
Take your lamp and start walking, just as you did before, and try to find me.
Understood.
Yeah, because it's a bit too dark. I mean, obviously, apologies for everyone Okay, yeah. So you wouldn't be able to see, would you?
I can see you very well, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
Okay.
Here you are, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again.
Okay.
I'll find another place to hide.
So he's not down there. Not here. I have no idea. Is am I blind? Have people seen him and I've just been completely oblivious? Yeah, so it's definitely not here. We know this, so we don't have to look there again. There's nothing here. There's nothing on the right side here. Oh, there you are.
Mr. Holmes, it wasn't difficult to find you at all.
Shut up.
It is obvious now. No one could escape Constable Marrow's lamp while hiding in the street.
I mean, could have done. We could have done. Nope. Latent statement. No. 2 victims. Old acquaintance. So corners in sight, and then we've got not that. Fuck, I didn't mean to click that.
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
Okay, Watson.
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
There's got to be something in the clues here. So we've got corners in sight, so no one could hide in the shadows of Half Moon, as a single run through this narrow street with a lamp would reveal every corner. It fucking doesn't, but okay. Deselect. Leighton's revolver. No. Turner's view. So Mr. Turner stated that he remained near his window. So it's a dark window. So Mr. Turner stated that he remained at the window of his flat until the police arrived. However, this is in conflict with Marrow's statement, as the constable did not see anyone at the window. So let's go and have a moot joke with this. Contradiction of statements.
Mr. Turner, you have stated that you remained close by your window after the crime. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, Mr. Holmes. I stayed at my window until the policeman arrived to examine the dead bodies.
Nope. Turner's contradiction.
That is very interesting, Mr. Turner. Constable Marrow stated that he did not see anyone at the window when he was running through Half Moon Street.
Well, I think Constable Marrow and me, we might have been distracted by the whistles and shouts coming from Whitechapel. We could have missed each other somehow. You understand what I mean? It was a bit of a stressful moment, to tell you the truth, sir.
Allow me to form my own theories, Mr. Turner. Would you mind showing me the view that you had from your window?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. Please, follow me.
Mr. Turner appears to live very modestly.
Okay. So a little quick mooch. Let's look what
The
books
books
you
on
got.
this shelf are in a mess. It looks as though Mr. Turner was trying to find something in a hurry here a short while ago.
You got this walking stick. Attached piece of wood.
A perfect match. So, Mr. Turner broke his stick when it became stuck between the cobblestones. He did not mention that he was so near to the victims.
Okay. Suspicious. Suspicious. The window. Let's have a look. Open up.
So, that's the view Mr. Turner had when he opened the window. Brian Vercotti's contorted corpse. The dead body of Kenneth Butler. Mr. Turner had a perfect view of the crime scene. He saw the bodies clearly, and Leighton Chapman standing over them.
Anything else you would like to know, Mr. Holmes?
Yeah, sure. What you got on the kitchen table? You got a knife.
This kitchen knife is quite sharp.
Right. Sweepings, shredded paper.
There are pieces of shredded paper scattered over the table. This kitchen knife was used to cut the paper.
Got anything else? Fireplace? Have you put anything in the fireplace?
This fire is dying out. It was last tended to over an hour ago.
Fire, ashes, burnt paper.
The papers are almost entirely burned. I am unable to see what's written here.
You've got something here though.
These words are illegible. The papers were thrown into the fire just a short while ago.
Okay.
Mr. Turner was roused from his bed by the sound of gunshots.
So we're gonna have to do a. Got out of bed. And then he approached the body. Place broken walking stick. Cut papers with knife. Threw something into the fire. And then open the window. Oh no, actually, that wouldn't be the case, will it? Because if we open this, then he will open the window to see. he would go downstairs. He approached the bodies to get a closer look. Placed his broken walking stick. Cut the papers with a knife, and then he threw it into the fire. Because he would look out the window to see what the commotion is. Then go outside, collect the stuff, come back in with the broken walking stick, place that down, and then cut the papers up and then burn it.
So Mr. Turner
Yeah,
used a
got it.
book to hide an object that he found on Kenneth Butler's body. The question is, what did he find?
Okay. Got the books here. Fat prints.
I can see prints from greasy fingers upon the cover of this book. Let us take a closer look.
Okay, open up.
Well now, what a find! A precious jewel, concealed inside a book. A bracelet with a unique ram's head design, a distinctive feature of ancient Grecian artifacts, probably of the Hellenistic era.
Listen here, you old cunt. Walking to window.
Mr. Turner, how would it be possible for a man of advanced years, such as yourself, to rush from his bed to the window in a matter of seconds, as you have stated?
Well, I'm able to move very quickly, despite my age. And when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
Okay. Nope. I knew that wouldn't be the answer.
I'm able to move very quickly, despite my age. And when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
I think this is... Turner's limp? Yeah.
I highly doubt that, Mr. Turner. I observe that you suffer a severe limp due to your injured right leg. It would have taken at least 10 seconds for you to approach the window. That means you could have easily missed something or someone in Half Moon Street during that time.
You're right, Mr. Holmes. I could have missed something. But it did seem to me that everything happened so quickly. Oh, time can pull tricks on you.
The whole truth.
And what of everything else that you told us? Mr. Turner, it is vital that we have your complete and true statement.
Mr. Holmes, I do assure you that the other things I said were most sincere.
Really? So, what about the antique bracelet that you've got
Mr.
going
Turner,
on?
you were not sincere with me. Not then and not now.
But Mr. Holmes...
This, Mr. Turner, does not look like anything that a poor man might possess. It is worth more than the home that you live in.
I can explain.
No, merely correct me if I am wrong. You saw Leighton Chapman through the window, but you also noticed a glittering object on the ground, this precious jewel. You walked down and took the bracelet from the body of Kenneth Butler, and when you heard the whistles, you hurried away. That broke your walking stick. It caught fast between the cobbles. Constable Marrow was unable to see you in the window as you were climbing up the stairs on your way back to your flat. Upon returning home, you hid the precious jewel inside a book.
Mr. Holmes, please don't send me to prison. I didn't do anything bad. I'm just a poor man. When I chanced upon the bracelet, I saw it as an opportunity to make a little money. I was desperate. I only took the bracelet, that's all, I swear.
You made a mistake by lying to me. But you are not a criminal. I believe that. Although I must return this bracelet to its rightful owner.
Okay. Inquire into the bracelet. So we've searched the flat. We've got everything here. We're not going to go into any further deductions for the moment. I don't think it's really necessary.
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
So I believe we've got to go back to Baker Street now. And we've got to go and do some research. So let's go and do that now. And while we're at home, we are going to go and give interact with Toby, because I believe there's an achievement to it. So I'm pretty sure I've done it every case so far. And it's just to do an achievement, just to not play with the dog, but you know.
Hello, Toby. All you need now is a shawl and a mock cap, and you could be Mrs. Hudson's younger sister.
Let's not look through the telescope because we know what happened last time. Examine the bracelet. Okay, so we've got art and architecture. I don't think. Oh, it is. Okay. These beautiful antique jewels represent a part of the Hellenistic treasures collection. Depicted are the 5 heads of mountain rams upon a bracelet, necklace, ring, each made of pure gold. The 5 rams of Mytilene have been missing from the museum since 1885. Okay.
Here it is. I need to continue my research in my archives.
Okay, article about antiques.
That is not the one I need.
No, we don't need that. A part of the jewel in 1885. Okay, so let's go to 1885. And we've got the Hellenistic treasures stolen. So the Hellenistic treasures were stolen yesterday evening while being transported by cab on their way from the British Museum to the Glasford Fine Art Expedition. Pawn shop owner Kenneth Butler contacted Scotland Yard that night and provided information regarding a gentleman who attempted to sell him a collection of historical arts at his pawn shop in Church Street. The police have since captured the described man, a professional thief by the name of Vincent Foley, who had been in the process of escaping London via the port. He was recognised by the surviving driver of the cab that he transported the collection to the Hellenistic treasures. Vincent Foley refused to confess as to where the remainder of the treasures were hidden. He was eventually imprisoned. The lost treasures are still to be found.
Here it is. One of the victims, Kenneth Butler, was involved in the story of the stolen Hellenistic treasures. A visit to his pawn shop should tell me more.
Okie dokie. Right, let's go to the pawn shop now. Yeah, it's not going too bad so far. I think we're gonna we're making good time, relatively. Right, so the pawn shop. Ballard's Point. Butler's pawn shop. Here we go. Use the key.
Mr. Butler's key matches the lock perfectly.
Lovely. Okie dokie. Let's have a quick nosy at the door. Nothing around. Oh, shelves. So examine these shelves first.
Crampons and a sharp ice axe would only be brought here by a mountaineer.
Okay. Let's have a look. What's this gun here?
A flare pistol. Perhaps it was pawned by a destitute sailor.
One of the bullets were missing in that flare. Ooh, we've got the necklace.
The ram's heads. This necklace belongs to the 5 Rams of Mittelin collection. Interesting. That means that Kenneth Butler owned a part of this collection all this time, 10 years after the theft.
Mm. Hello, Kenneth. I remember you once told me about the 3 pieces of gold jewelry with ram heads from ancient Greece. You still got them, right? Well, good news for you. I found a man loaded with money who's crazy about those jewels. He's ready to fork out a small fortune. I can arrange a meeting with this money bag for you, but I want you to cut me in on the deal. I'll be waiting for you at the crossing of the Great Alley and Half Moon Street on Sunday Eve before the fireworks. Brian Vicotti. Okay.
It looks as though Mr. Butler kept a careful record of his operations.
Okie dokie. Anything else? So we've done everything here. So what else have we got going on? We've just got this. So let's look at our deductions now. I think. So we've got Butler's jewelry, Leighton statement, old acquaintances, silent corner, long lost art. No, clueless. No. Right, so connecting all these. Right, so we've got a common statement. So in the common statement it says Leighton Chapman is the only person who was being seen entering Half Moon Street after Brian Vicotti and Kenneth Butler. He was seen standing over the dead bodies and escaping the crime scene shortly afterwards. Leighton Chapman stated that he saw a person leaning over a dead body just as he entered the scene. Leighton took a gun from the body and set off in pursuit of the man, but he was blinded by a flash of bright light. See, that could have been a flare. Leighton Chapman had nothing of any value. Right. Leighton's revolver. Leighton was holding a revolver with 2 fired cartridges when he was caught in the Half Moon Street. Right, so not that. Okay, so Kenneth Butler and Brian Vicotti both died of crossfire, with each of them holding a gun. One of the guns is now missing. Kenneth Butler and Brian Vicotti were the victim of a double murder carried out by one person. Well, if there's a gun missing, then it doesn't. Right, so say crossfire just for the moment. Nothing's gone there yet. 2 victims, common statement, long lost art. Leighton's revolver. Nope. Okay, corners in sight. Leighton's revolver. Butler's jewels. No, it's not that. Right, so what other things here that are connected? So Leighton's revolver is the one with, obviously we've got 2 missing there. Leighton's statement saying that Leighton said that he saw a person leaning over the dead body just as he entered the scene. We've got not lootless. Nope. Nope. Okay, so common statements. So imaginary man, the person whom Leighton Chapman describes in his statements, is a figment of his own imagination, created to vindicate himself. What? Okay. So up the wall. So if we can assume that there is one more person in Half Moon Street at the time of the crime, then there is no way forward or back for his escape. Only up. Let us reenact the action, recreate the firework described by Leighton, and attempt to climb the wall. Okay. So we've seen the Mountaineer shoes, and we've seen a flare gun. On the flare gun, you can see just next to it there on the shelf, we do have one shot missing from the flare gun, and we've got the Mountaineer shoes. So that could be a possibility. Someone. Wait a minute. It was mentioned. It was mentioned in the information. Vincent Foley, a professional thief by the name of Vincent Foley. Could he be the third man? If he's a professional thief, then surely he would have like the skill of being able to do like climbing up the walls and whatever. Right, so let's go back to Half Moon Street. Let's see what's going on here. I think it's plausible. It's definitely plausible. Right, let's have a look. Right, let's go through here.
Why are you looking at me all the time like that?
I'm just watching you, lad. I never know what to expect from people like you.
People like me?
Yes, street beggars and thieves.
I ain't a thief.
Oh no? Then where did you get whatever it is that you're gnawing on? I very much doubt that you bought it.
What ain't seen can't hardly be stolen.
Okay. Is there anything where it looks like you can be climbed?
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
No, wrong button. Right, so what we're looking at here, we've got find the flare gun to emulate. Find the flare gun. Do we have to go back to... Do we have to go back to that place? Yeah, let's just go back to the pawn shop, just in case we've got to pick it up. And the shoes as well. Here we go. Take this, hopefully.
These tools are exactly what I need to climb the wall.
Mm-hmm.
This is exactly what we need in order to imitate the flash of the fireworks.
Yep. Okay. All right, let's go back to the Half Moon Street. There is another Sherlock Holmes game that I plan to do on stream. Don't think soon, but it's Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. I don't think it's like this. I don't think it's like you have individual cases. I think it's like one longer case. Could be mistaken, but I believe that's what it is. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a mooch.
Wiggins, my lad, what are you doing here? You'd best be leaving and be quick about it.
I've done nothing wrong. You'd learn more by watching Mr. Holmes. He knows exactly what he's doing. Not like you.
Oi, watch your tongue.
Right.
Constable Marrow, Watson, I would like to perform another kind of reenactment with your help.
I'm listening, Mr. Holmes.
I want to check if Leighton's testimony can be trusted. If someone could vanish into thin air at a specific moment.
But Holmes, I don't see how.
I am going to be the mysterious gentleman whom Leighton followed. I will stand exactly where he saw him before he was blinded by the flash. Watson, you will be Leighton. When I fire the signal flare, you should start to chase me.
I understand, Holmes.
You, Constable Marrow, just play your part and do exactly as you did. Just, please, wait 5 seconds after the signal flare. I doubt that Polly Powell would have screamed any earlier.
As you say, Mr. Holmes.
Let us begin then. Catch me if you can. The streetlights fall directly on this wall. Not an ideal spot to escape the crime scene. It is also directly in front of Polly Powell.
Right, okay. So this one will probably be a little bit too close.
The moon illuminates this wall. Anyone trying to climb it would be easily spotted by Constable Marrow.
So what about this one?
This wall is cast in shadow. It would be difficult to see anyone scaling it.
Okay. Is this a quick time event now? Because I'm useless. Here we go. I can't do quick time events.
I can barely see anything.
I'm shocking at this. I'll be much better on a controller.
Holmes? Are you there?
I should try climbing faster.
I'm trying my best. Okay, I failed. Whenever it comes to WASD, I am awful at WASD because whenever it comes to this, I forget which way is WASD.
I can barely see anything.
You sure? Surely you would be able to hear this though.
Holmes? Are you there? Where is he? My God, a man can't just disappear like that.
Okay, we done it. Oh no.
Holmes? Holmes? Where are you?
I cannot see you, Mr. Holmes. Dr. Watson, it seems that Mr. Holmes has disappeared.
Don't worry, gentlemen. I am up here, above your heads.
How on earth did you get up there, Holmes?
I am using crampons and a climbing axe, although the person we are looking for did not leave any traces of such tools. Constable, is there any way to get to the top of this building?
Yes, Mr. Holmes, I can show you. The door to the building can be found from Whitechapel Street.
Gentlemen, I am on my way down.
Oh, don't tell me I've got to do this now. Oh, thank fuck for that. Alright, here we go. Inspect the attic. So is there any...
These shards of glass are from the window above.
Hmm.
It's empty. Someone broke through the window to get inside the attic, but in his haste he ripped his jacket.
Maybe he used the jacket as a...
A cluster of thick black threads. They're unusually strong. I should examine them under the microscope. We can conclude that the person whom Leighton saw climbed up the wall, broke into the attic window, and escaped through the hatch.
Hmm. Okay. So we got a wall climber and Leighton's statement. So Leighton Chapman's statement regarding the mysterious jacketed man who participated in the shooting of Half Moon Street was proving to be true. So double murder and firing position. Maybe. Hmm. Let's have a look downstairs now then. Okay, so on our... We've got this, which we're going to go and perform an analysis of at Baker Street. But yeah, I did troll you with that, didn't I, Ellis? It is difficult because, like, when you think of WASD, like, you know it is WASD, but you don't, like, if you're playing with a controller, you just know that's X or that's square or whatever. I don't know. It just feels harder to do on a PC. Right, let's have a look at this.
Take a closer look.
Right, let's sort out the focus.
It is not a thread, but a hair. I very much doubt that it is human. I need to compare this sample with a human hair and a horse hair. A shaving brush is usually made from horsehair. Watson, could you please pass me your shaving brush?
Here you are.
Thanking you.
Watson, look, what's outside the window?
Well, I don't see anything. Ouch! Holmes.
Oh, don't make such a fuss. One little hair.
Right, let's have a look. So, the human hair seems to be thicker.
Human hair is significantly thinner.
That's what I mean, yeah, thinner,
than the
yeah.
black sample.
The horsehair is thinner as well.
That we found. So, this black hair belongs to an animal, and it is larger than a horse. A hair from a large and exotic animal.
Okie dokie. Aha. So now we've got those two together. It's put that. So it's not a figment of Leighton's imagination. So the man who vanished from the crime scene at Half Moon Street could be a circus acrobat. He managed to scale a 30-foot high wall in a matter of seconds. A hair from a large exotic animal can be found on a discarded jacket. Okay. Let's look at our deductions now. So we've got not that, not that. Okay, so we've got The burglary motive, that the search for the missing Hellenistic treasures could be a motive for the crime that was committed at Half Moon Street. Mr. Turner picked up the bracelet directly after the murder, but the ring is still missing. Okay. Long lost art, old acquaintances, lootless. So it said there's a personal motive, so a violent crime committed in Half Moon Street by Leighton Chapman could have led to a personal motive. So if we put that, it's going to go red, so all this will contradict each other, so we don't have that. So it is a burglary motive. We've got the long lost art and a common... Not that. This. Okay, so on here... So there's Leighton's innocence. So Leighton Chapman's statement regarding the mysterious jacketed man who participated in the shooting at Half Moon Street was proven to be true. And then there's compelling evidence. The witness testimonies and the crime weapon clearly points to one possible culprit, Leighton Chapman. I don't think it's Leighton. I don't think it's Leighton. And then the other clues we've got, I think, we've got just long lost art. That is obviously can't be connected to anything as of yet. So,
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
maybe we've got to go with this personal motive. Or burglary. So here we can just say robbery. So this is a conclusion that we've actually got. So Leighton Chapman's committed a double murder on Half Moon Street. His motive was a theft of ancient and whatever. So that is a conclusion we can have now. We don't believe that is the case. Double murder, so that's another conclusion from Leighton Chapman as well. So it's actually two things there, although he didn't have anything on him, so it didn't make sense for him to have to rob anyone, because he didn't have anything in this person when he left. So I don't think that's true. So we've got burglary motive. We've got the circus acrobat. We've got the compelling evidence and Leighton's innocence. The firing, so that could be simultaneous shots. And then crossfire. This comes up to this conclusion here. So, the person who was seen only by Leighton Chapman escaped the crime scene with climbing the walls. He was a skilled acrobat. The criminal took a gun from one of the dead bodies. So, Vanishing Act asked for Wiggins to help find the circus. Okie dokie. So let's go to, like that. Let us go to Half Moon Street again. There's a lot of different paths with this one, which is quite nice. Like with the last case, what happened was, and especially with this, like you can come to a conclusion early, and you can go, oh, okay, I think that's the answer, and it kind of like not encourages you to do that answer, but it kind of makes you feel like, oh, we've solved it. But if you look deeper and you look further, and you kind of like rule some things out, then you actually realise that no, that's not the end. There is actually further more, which is quite interesting actually. So let's talk to Wiggins, who's the little lad.
Look here, lad. You'd better go home and start thinking about what a fine pickle your brother's landed himself in.
Ha! But he'll be free tonight, 'cause he's innocent.
Don't be daft, lad. It's a closed case.
Hmm.
Mr. Holmes?
We have good news for you, Wiggins. The investigation has proven very interesting so far. We found facts and details that confirm your brother's innocence.
I knew it, Mr. Holmes.
But for now, Wiggins, we need your help.
Anything you like, Gov.
I need you to locate a circus that has stopped over in London. It needs to have disposed of at least one exotic animal, a very large one.
You can count on me, Mr. Holmes.
Guys, sometime later maybe. It's a grey hair as well. It could be like an elephant, maybe.
I do hope that those children don't get into trouble, Holmes.
Don't worry, Watson. I predict some news in 7 seconds.
Mr. Holmes, we found him. Here he is.
He saw him walking up the stairs. Yep, elephant.
And this is a young Indian elephant, the highlight of the show. Duval Brothers, a well-known travelling circus that is currently stopped in London. I believe that is exactly the type of circus we are looking for. I'll pay it a visit.
Okay. So we can't look at anything else now. It's just this circus. Alright, let's continue.
Aye, you! Stop right there.
Good morning, sir. Pardon me, but why am I not allowed to walk around here?
Because it's private.
Well, I only wanted to meet the artistes.
Hmm? You're wanting to apply for... Nah, you don't look like the type of artistic lockpicker that we're looking for.
You might be surprised.
What? Nah, I don't think so. Clear off.
Okay, so disguise yourself in order to enter the circus. I've been waiting for this. Alright, let's get back to Baker Street and let's go and pimp ourselves up. Right. Nope. I would rotate now. Where is my top hat? I know I've got a top hat in here somewhere. There we go, number 8. Number 1, facial hair. What are we looking at here? What are we thinking? No, I feel like we have to go for the moustache. Can we just have that moustache though? Just that pointy moustache, because that would be great. There we go. That's what we want. Wardrobe. And then let's go for the unbuttoned shirt, tailors, no morning gown, farmer's outfit, bandit outfit, light suit, grey suit. Nope, not sailors. Morning gown, no. Farmer, no. Bandit, no. That looks pretty suave. Oh, we'll go for that. Yeah. Hopefully that will suffice.
I highly doubt that a lockpicker would wear an outfit like this.
Well, what do you want? A bandit? Oh yeah, bandit. I know, right, Ellie? I know. Right, bandit. Do I go for a... Let's go all... Scraggly. I'm keeping the mustache. Are we good? Yeah, we're good. Right.
I'd better wear a shabby hat.
Oh, you fuck! Could have told me. A shabby hat. All right, all right, all right. All right, makeup. I assume that. There we go.
Stay where you are. What are you doing here, and where is Sherlock Holmes?
Calm down, Watson. Take
You
deep breaths
fucking
now.
Watson.
It's me.
You're thick as fuck.
God, Holmes, I can't get used to your disguises.
Thank you, Watson.
The
That
fucking
means
mustache.
I am ready to go.
Oh, fuck me. Fucking idiot.
Who are you? What's your name?
My name is Nigel. I'm here to open the locks.
Talented, eh? Let's see. Go inside the marquee and show yourself to Charles Foley.
There he
I'd
is.
highly advise you not to trick him. Got that?
I've got it.
I love how, like, British they go with it. Like, I know it's supposed to be, but it's like, hello, governor. You know, like, it's proper British. Alright, let's have a mooch.
So, everything is here just as you asked. And what about the money? Some of the barrels are wet. Transportation issues, it couldn't be helped. Whatever. We'll be here after midnight to pick up the supplies. I want to be paid first. No. You'll be paid after we make
I
the
can check out the
transfer,
anime
as I
eyebrows
said.
on that.
Right. I hope that no one saw you. The police are on the lookout. Of course not. I'm a professional. Glad to hear it. Be ready for tonight then.
Hmm. What's going on over here?
This wooden barrel is damaged. It is difficult to say what is inside.
Okay.
There is a spot on this barrel that was intentionally painted out. crest of the Honourable Artillery Company. Could it be gunpowder? I need to be sure.
Oh, here we go.
Judging by the fractions and the scent, I can confirm that it is, in fact, gunpowder.
Okie dokie.
The barrel.
Okay. Rise up and keep rising from lambs into lions.
That's a picture of a contemporary gentleman wearing a Robin Hood hat. Interesting. From lambs into lions. Those are words of encouragement and defiance. This poster was clearly made to fire up rebellion amongst the people. There are enough posters to paste across half of London's walls. This printing press is old, but still quite capable of printing hundreds of pages per day. Powder kegs, a printing press, and a great many blank papers. All of this was stolen by the Merry Men quite recently. And these poster samples. I am quite sure it is not a coincidence. The Merry Men are planning some sort of sabotage.
Stop right there. Who are you?
Are you Charles Foley?
Maybe.
They say that I can open any door.
Do they now? We'll see that lock near the chains on the table over there. Open that.
Okay. Let's have a little nosy. The earring nut or something? Okay. Got the key. Complex key, protected safe. You got a wound. Dirty veins on you. Got the gun. Ring with ram head. Stolen antique. And then let's have a quick look in your fingers. Taped fingers. Agility practice. Acrobat.
Are you still tempering with that lock?
No. Give me a minute. Right. So this caused some bother the other day. Right, so let's bring this down first. And there. So first I'm going to sort out that. So we're going to get that in line. We're going to work from that line on the right. Right, so let's get this like that, and then that across. Like that. There we go. Told you could do it.
I need to find out what's behind this Charles Foley.
Open. Yep, I've opened that. Deductions, long lost art, antique ring. So we've got a man in jacket. Charles Foley wears an antique ring, the last missing piece of the 5 rams of metallin jewelry set, and also a revolver retained under his belt. It proves that Charles Foley is our mysterious jacketed man who nimbly escaped the crime scene of Half Moon Street. So we did assume so.
Ah, well, they're right. What's your name?
Nigel Shirley, from York.
Ah, Nigel from York. Never heard anything about you. How'd you hear about me?
Gel thief?
It's a long story. I met your brother, Vincent the Butcher Foley, in prison. He told me all about his betrayal and all about you. Before I was released, he told me that you might find a job for me one day and pay me some money for me craft.
Well, he died 7 days ago in prison.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's all right. The traitor has paid the blood price for it. And you'll do the job anyway, because I need a talented lockpicker. I know just where to search for his legacy.
It's all about the Hellenistic treasures, isn't it?
Osh, you fool. Now, listen up. You'll come with us tonight, and you better mind yourself.
Us? Wait, who's coming then?
Billy, Jack and me.
And what will I get for that?
We'll share the loot. The one you seem to know about.
Right.
Wait for us at the abandoned manor house on the corner of Ladbroke Grove and Kensington Park Road at midnight.
Deal.
Oh, okay. Notting Hill Manor.
Here I am at the manor. Somewhere inside it are the Hellenistic treasures.
Okay.
This lock is quite old. It shouldn't be much of a challenge.
Okay, let's go again. Right, so let's do the same thing again. Let's work on the basis of there isn't a line. That's oh, there's a line on the left. Okay, so let's do that. Or is there another line across? No, there isn't. So let's try the bottom line first. Or do we go like this? Ah, that seems more likely. Not like that. Oh, nope. Rotate all of this. No. Just like that. Then that in like this. There we go.
I need to find where the safe is hidden and lockpick it.
Bookcase. Have investigate there.
This cupboard is an absolute mess.
Nothing with this. Okay.
This cup.
Yeah, so it's not here. I don't think. There is a door at the bottom. Go downstairs, which we can maybe look at later. Right, up we go. Okay, are we sure there's nothing here? Oh, okay.
Several books have fallen from the shelves. It seems as though this cupboard can be moved. I'll give it a try.
Okay.
So, that's the lock I must open tonight. Let me see.
Okay, so it's the same sort of lock. Right, let's bring this together. Like that. Let's bring the whole thing around. So we're going to... is there anything we can slide over? So we've got this. That seems plausible. There we go.
What a surprise. Another lock. And I won't be able to pick it. I recall that precious key around Foley's neck. It might prove a decent fit. I suppose they hired me to only open the first lock. Let us wait for the thieves, trap them, and find out.
Okay, cool.
Let us check the thieves' possible escape routes in the event that they are caught off guard by the police from the front door.
Yeah, so we know there's a door on the floor in this room. There's the door here.
This door is a perfect means of escape in an emergency. This door leads to a kitchen, which holds the shortest route to the back door.
Okay, so item required. There's a... So perhaps
This
we can
should be useful.
take the chair, block the door for them to have to... So they have to walk around.
The door is now blocked.
Open the door on the floor here, which could then cause them to fall.
I wonder what this old chandelier is doing on the floor. It looks as though it was poorly attached. I suppose that the thieves already tried to open the lock with this formidable hammer, but they were unsuccessful.
Okay. Right, there's an item around here somewhere which we can use. Maybe there's a hook somewhere?
The thieves won't attempt to escape through the front door if the police are right behind it.
Okie dokie. So, maybe there's pearls there, which are nothing worth noting. There's nothing upstairs. We don't use... Oh, we can use the window.
Although this window is high above the ground, it would be possible for one of the thieves to attempt to use it for their escape.
Do we put something in front of it, maybe?
This should be useful.
Ah. Beads on the floor?
Although this window is high above the ground, it would be possible for one of the thieves to attempt to use it for their escape.
Okay. Maybe... Oh.
One step on these beads, and our thief will go flying.
It's basically
I should
Home
walk
Alone.
carefully here, else my plan will be ruined.
Right, so let's not go back up there now. Oh! I said no. But there.
I wonder what...
Right, so there's nothing here that we can do at the moment. Anything with the clock? No. Is this window here?
Ground floor window is a perfect way to escape the police.
Maybe we can move the cupboard.
This works very well. No one will escape through this window now.
Okay. So let's have a look. We got. Whoop.
Any thief who finds his way upstairs will roll down very quickly.
Right. The hatch.
There is no ladder. If anyone falls here, he will need assistance to get out.
Yep. This is proper Home Alone, this is. Nothing there. Stove. Okay, we've got the rope, which we can use for the chandelier. I'd say, for fuck's sake, don't fall down. That'll be embarrassing. Press rope. Hang chandelier.
Now, if anyone takes the hammer, the rope will uncoil and make the chandelier fall.
You know what? I've just thought, how much would that be a great game of like Home Alone, and you've got like 10, 12 minutes or whatever to set traps up to survive from burglars. That would be such a good game. That would be class. Right, let's have a...
If he runs through the dining room and takes a sledgehammer to force open the door, the chandelier will knock him down.
Okay, cool. This one. Item required. What items required?
This hatch leads to a cellar. This hatch.
What am I looking for here? There's not there.
The thieves.
So we don't go through there. Gotta be careful here before we fucking fall on our ass. Is there anything up here that we gotta look at? Okay, so he runs that way.
The
Door's blocked. We need something that's gonna like obscure his view from the... It probably does exist, actually. Probably does exist, but like I've never
The door is now blocked.
seen anything like that. Oh, there's a carpet. Oh, yeah.
This should be useful.
Yeah, that would be such a good game. It would be hilarious. Almost like a sandbox.
Now, it's not an open hatch, just a nice carpet on the floor. I should walk carefully here, else my plan will be ruined.
Okay, here we go. And
Now, if a thief runs through the kitchen, he'll pay a surprise visit to the cellar.
I can't wait to
Traps
see
for my
this.
circus companions are all prepared. I can leave now, but I'll return later with Charles Foley and his companions.
Okay, cool. This has been really good. You have enjoyed this.
Police! Police!
Fucking hell, Sherlock.
Stop where you are! Where are they?
Trapped, Watson, with your assistance.
How so?
Oh, you sounded just like a real bobby, my dear fellow. You startled them into the traps.
I did?
I assure you, Watson, it was quite an entertaining show. They will not escape the house now.
Well, yeah, because one's got a broken neck.
And this is the pistol used for the murder in Half Moon Street.
How do you know about that?
Have you closed the case yet, Sherlock?
Mycroft, what are you doing here? Did you follow me?
Sherlock, it may seem that I used you, but you should be pleased to know that you have served our queen well, in this instance. So now, let us catch the big fish. But this man is not one of the merry men.
No.
Then why exactly are we here, Sherlock?
This gentleman, Charles Foley, has been involved in a double murder, and the hunter of a set of valuable antiques, the Hellenistic treasures, which disappeared in a theft many years ago.
You're no better than the coppers.
Hmm.
Holmes, that is incredible. The Hellenistic treasures.
Indeed.
Nothing but trifles. Where are the merry men?
I don't know why you are asking me, Mycroft. They are yours to find.
I'll see you soon, dear brother.
Mate, his head's huge. Right, let's have a look.
Watson, don't move, you flim-flammer.
Flim flammer. Right, okay, so we've got a precious safe and the long lost art. So the antiques discovered inside the hidden safe of an abandoned manor of Notting Hill represents the collection of the Hellenistic treasures that were stolen in 1885 and considered to be lost. So, Folly's vengeance. So that's the conclusion. So we got 3 here. Now we're obviously thinking this. Now,
The trap with the chandelier worked perfectly. Charles Foley has been knocked down.
Holmes, I had no doubt that you would catch the thieves.
right, can we talk to your man there? I believe
One of Foley's companions. He is unconscious.
I believe that might be it. Because we got nothing else going on here. We can't go anywhere else. We can't seem to go anywhere else. I think we've collected all of the clues. So I think that might actually be the end of this case. Okay. So obviously, we believe Leighton's innocence. Now, is there a 4th conclusion to it? So that's the same. Leighton's innocent, that's the same. Could we say this and then firing position, which then That's going to be contradictory. Yep. So, burglary motive. There's something else. We've got to be missing something else here. I think. Yeah, here. And I'm not sure if there's anything else we can even look at.
The trap with the chandelier worked perfectly. One of Foley's companions. He is unconscious.
Unless there's something that we could change. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so, because there's definitely something here that we can look at, but you can just see this flash here. You just look here, and it all comes together. Oh, and here as well. So let's maybe... So we've got that. Have we missed something? I definitely believe we've missed something somewhere. I'm just trying to think where, but it's not like we can go back anyway, because the only place we can actually venture to is the Notting Hill Manor. Yeah, because there's all this that comes together, but it's not leading to something. So that means we've got some evidence missing, which I believe that would probably be the correct conclusion. Which is a shame. So there's got to be something or other.
Holmes, I had no doubt that you would catch the thieves.
Right, so let's just look. Yeah, because what's this for? And the gunpowder? The gunpowder and something, and it's got. I genuinely feel like I'm missing something in this bit here. I don't like doing this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a very brief little Google. Just because, not to say that I'm going to not to cheat as such, but just to kind of see if there is a just to see if there's anything that's kind of to say that yes, you have actually missed something, because if we have missed something and we can't go through it, then there's obviously no point to there's obviously no point then to try and search, like, you know, don't want to obviously waste any time. Sorry everyone, I know this is like boring, I know this is like dead time. Right, so I can't really seem to see anything that I have missed something. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lock this one in anyway, because we do believe this is the case. We haven't gone all this way to see Foley's, you know, like scheme and all this sort of stuff, just to say that Leighton is, you know, he's not innocent. We know this, so we're going to say this, and we are going to I think we're going to condemn him. I think that's probably the call to do. So Charles Foley organised the theft of the Hellenistic treasures, which was related to the double murder of Half Moon Street. Leighton Chapman was the witness to the crime. So we are going to say condemn, and that is going to be our final decision. So we're going to watch the cutscene now. We will look at the other ones, of course, but...
Charles Foley, you committed the crime of premeditated murder and of theft. You will be severely punished for your deeds.
You are pitiful, you Scotland Yard dog.
Save your words for the gallows. I am sure the journalists will love them. I shall leave now, Watson. Gentlemen, please take our friends here into custody.
Where are you going?
I have unfinished business. I'll see you at Baker Street.
Okay.
be careful with the lamps. Don't bring them too close to the barrels.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Who's there?
That is of no importance. What matters is who you are and the plans that you have here.
So you can stop us from carrying them out?
Eventually, yes.
Hey, careful. You'll blow us all up.
I'm listening.
We are a group known as the Merry Men. But I suppose you knew that already. We are the men who've already lost everything of value in their lives. We are ruined shopkeepers. We are workers who were fired from their jobs. Honest people who were robbed. We were forced out from our homes and thrown onto the street. And all of this in the name of the so-called law. The laws that were set out by our government. The laws that make the commoners only more vulnerable and the wealthy more protected. We are not only from the British Empire. Some of us are from the New Lands, America, Australia, and we are many. But men we are still, and we are merry for that we stopped being afraid. For those powers that be had done their best to plant the fear inside our souls, and we accepted it so easily. The fear advised us to keep our heads bowed. It prevented us from fighting. Bankers and politicians, they own our lives, our work, our bread, and they push us to compete between each other, just to see who may serve them better. But in the end, they are the few, so they are weak. They are nothing without their titles. We should not fear them. Our so-called masters should fear us instead. The time has come for our group to stand tall. Our great and many merry men. We are going to blow up the London Stock Exchange. No life shall be lost. But ownerships, debts, and property titles? They shall all be destroyed. They're only papers, after all. So many people will be freed over this night.
That is a radical step to take. What result do you truly expect?
Chaos. But soon people will understand that they are free, and that they don't belong to anyone. They will be able to work for themselves, together, without letting the rulers dictate what to do, and finally justice will arise.
What you are intending to do is a crime. It is not justice.
How do you see justice, then? Kids go to prison for a loaf of dry bread. And how many lords do you see punished for stealing from their people? Sending them to their deaths in mines or overseas to fight for land? Our masters wouldn't hear us. So now it's time to sing the song of the merry men. Will you let us do our duty?
No, we won't.
When people fight the order, they are too blind to see the consequences that throw society into chaos. I shall stop your actions, but not you. Run. Now!
He's just in a cab, like nothing happened. Okie dokie.
So, you're interested in Russian literature now?
Quite, lately.
It is an interesting book. I remember a few lines.
Really? I tried reading it myself, but I had a hard time understanding it.
Yes, Doctor. It's about intelligence. Sherlock, I vaguely recall one of the lines. Sometimes it takes something more than intelligence to act intelligently. There were also a few words along the lines of pain and suffering are always inevitable for a large intelligence and a deep heart. Tell me, Doctor, does my brother show any signs of pain or suffering?
Not that I know of.
Because you see, Doctor, behind all of his masquerade, My brother does possess a deep heart. So deep that he does not recall where he places his love.
Well, I'm sure that...
His love and his duty that, in the first place, should be directed towards the Empire. For without it, we would be nothing. A country filled with uncivilized men.
And the Empire needs order and discipline. It has no room for chaos.
People who commit crimes, or at the very least intend them, deserve punishment, Sherlock. Without justice, there can be no civilization.
But we serve the truth, not justice.
Your truth, Doctor, that may prove immoral. Allowing people to terrorize London, destabilizing the whole empire.
Terrorize only the powers whom you serve, Mycroft. Not I, not Watson, not Mrs. Hudson, not Wiggins.
Sherlock, the merry men are to be stopped.
Not by me. You created the merry men. Stop them yourself. Only make sure that you don't create 10 more merry men by arresting the one.
Good night, Dr. Watson.
Anything in the post, Watson? Any clients worthy of our attention?
Only a second reminder from Mrs. Hudson about our new neighbour. She urges you to remove your...
Oh, I don't care about that.
Holmes, the lady who will be moving in shortly has requested the use of our spare room to place all of her boxes.
Wait, what? A lady?
So Charles Foley organised and executed a wicked plan of revenge for his elder brother. It took 2 human lives and almost resulted in life imprisonment for an innocent man. In fact, his band of was hired by the Merry Men, who planned a revolution in London. In addition, he organised the theft of an ancient and valuable treasures that rightfully belonged to the British. So, let's have a look to see if we got anything missed and if we got the right thing done. Oh, okay. So, we found all 18 clues and Folly's revenge was the right one. As that was quite a long cutscene, I'm not going to play the other endings. I don't think there's really any need. I feel like they'll both be the same, where you just say, you know, it was your fault, and he's going to say, no, it wasn't me, blah, 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 and then he's going to go to prison. So we are going to accept that as our final decision. We're going to say yes. And we are going to look at these things here. This is basically just see what people who solve the case the same way and people who made the same moral choice. So you've got like the condemn or absolve. I imagine most people will condemn. So we're just going to say continue. Yeah, so these are all the cases that we had before. This was like the first case that we have, and that's obviously just going to be the end credits. I don't think there's going to be an end cutscene. I doubt it, but there could be. Okay, there is. Am I waiting for something? Or is it just... I feel like... this isn't doing anything. Okay, so yeah, we are going to just go to the main menu. I don't think anything happens there. I very much doubt it. That was just spinning around. But that was pretty good. I enjoyed that. Yeah, we did well. I think we got 5 out of the 6. 5 out of the 6 cases complete. In terms of the right moral choices and stuff like that, like, so in the game technically it says that we've got all 6 correct. We haven't. We did get 1 wrong, and I believe that was the riddle on the railway, I think it was called. Riddle on the rails, yeah. We didn't get that one correct, so such is life. But that was really good, that was. So yeah, I hope people enjoyed. I'm gonna head off now. I've got some plans going on in about 35 minutes or so. But yeah, I hope people enjoyed. So let me just tab out of game. Yeah, so in terms of streams over the next week or so, so over the next week I'm going to be working a morning shift, so it's like 6 till 2. So I believe Monday and Thursday I'm going to be doing a stream in the afternoon. It will be we'll be starting Alan Wake. I don't know how long how many episodes or streams there will be for it. I think around 4, depending on like if there's like a natural stopping point within the streams. I always try and find those within the stories or whatever. So we'll be doing that Monday and doing it Thursday as well. In a couple of weeks I'll be running a night shift. Don't know if there's going to be any streams during the night shifts. Maybe there will be, maybe there won't be. I don't know. It just depends on how, like, if I'm feeling up for it during that week. I will try and do minimum 2 streams a week as well, like in general, depending on what shift pattern I'm running. It could be 2, it could be 4, it could be anything. We don't know. I will be putting a schedule up in the Discord relatively soon as well. So just let people know what I'm going to be doing, what I'm going to be playing. So if anyone wants to hang around or whatever, especially if I'm doing like U-Boat, I know that is quite popular. So people kind of know, like, just to kind of tune in for that. What else? Yeah, I'll let people know. I'll let people know what's going on. But yeah, thanks to everyone who came along and dropped in, said hello, and anyone in the VOD or whatever. It will be going out on YouTube relatively soon. I have started uploading the other ones as well, which is good. Yeah, if you're not followed the channel, do consider giving the channel a follow. Sub on the YouTube, follow me on Twitter, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, all the links are on the channel. Join the Discord as well. If there's anything that you want to see played or whatever, or you think there's anything that you think I would enjoy, there is a recommendation channel in there as well, so you can kind of just throw whatever you want in there as well. And yeah, thanks everyone for coming along. So yeah, it's been fun, and it's good to get back. It is good to get back into the streams. I have genuinely missed it. I was talking to Ellie Bells earlier, and I was saying like how much I have actually missed it. So yeah, it's been good. So I will love and leave you all. I'm going to go get some food before I have to go and play Baldur's Gate 3 with Keeper Elos. So yeah, I will catch everyone very, very soon. So I hope you have a lovely, lovely rest of the weekend. Hopefully I'll see you all on Monday. If not, I'll give a shout in the Discord. But yeah, I hope you all have a great weekend. Thanks for coming along today. Hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. Yeah, I will see you all very, very soon. So have a lovely weekend. Take care now, and bye bye.